Our investigation into the deadly impact fentanyl is having on our state and community continues tonight. In May, as you'll remember, I rolled out a month-long investigation into the deadly impact of fentanyl. San Ysidro is the #1 hotspot for the deadly drug entering California from Mexico. It is then trafficked from San Diego all the way to Anchorage, Alaska. During my investigation, I learned the port of entry in Nogales, Arizona is now the hotspot, driven by the Sinaloa cartel on the other side of the border. I flew there for a rare tour and to learn how what is happening 800 miles away in Arizona is impacting us right here in California. Nogales is just 1 hour south of Tucson down Interstate 19, a border town that some 20,000 people call home. The road leads you to this port of entry.
This would be the Mariposa truck crossing.
Led by U.S. Customs and Border Protection's Port Director, Michael Humphreys. Humphreys, along with his team of nearly 500 U.S. Customs and Border Protection officers, are responsible for what moves in and moves out of here.
We're bringing in millions upon millions of pounds of food a day, produce, frozen shrimp, fish, that again, 20,000 people aren't going to eat here. It's going throughout the U.S. So everything we do here in Nogales, Arizona means something to people on the West Coast, East Coast.
Commercial drivers are lined up for as far as the eye can see. Humphrey says most products in your home that don't say made in the U.S. came through a southern port on one of these trucks.
Yeah, we get stuff that I'd never seen before.
These vehicles are scanned through large X-ray machines. A screening process is similar to the TSA screening process you experience at the airport. Using the latest technology, Border Protection is looking for anything that doesn't look right. From October 2023 to May of this year, nearly 300,000 commercial vehicles were inspected at this port alone. A similar process plays out on the other side, where cars are crossing the border. Contact is made with the drivers, some vehicles are scanned, and canine officers are put to work to sniff out illegal drugs. And it's very important for folks to know that the majority of these people, commercial and personal, are good.
Yeah, most folks coming through are coming through for legitimate reasons. We have to find that small, needle in a haystack or needle in a stack of needles.
Humphreys uses social media to spread the word about the vast amount of illegal drugs that have been confiscated. In early May of this year, nearly 1 million fentanyl pills and nearly 5 pounds of fentanyl powder were found hidden in door and floor panels. Another 24 pounds of fentanyl powder was found by canine teams, hidden in a modified headlight. 9.5 pounds of fentanyl powder discovered hidden inside this modified tabletop, with nearly 233,000 fentanyl pills concealed throughout this car. 700,000 fentanyl pills found in these food cans and cartons. The smugglers getting more creative in their effort to get fentanyl across the border. It's a lucrative business, and for them, it is worth the risk.
You go home and pray the rosary. No, you're not. At the border, we don't open the trunk and say, wow, there's a bag of fentanyl. It's deeply concealed.
And the largest recent catch was made on May 31st. More than 3 million fentanyl pills were found by officers in these steel beams that made up the floor of a trailer. And it's not just fentanyl making its way north. Meth, cocaine, heroin, guns, and ammunition have all been seized at the southern border. What's your response to those that say more needs to be done?
We're doing everything we can with the resources we have.
One pill can kill. It's not worth the risk.
Pete Flores, Acting Deputy Commissioner of Customs and Border Protection, flew in from Washington, D.C. to talk to us about the ongoing battle. He took us inside a highly secure area where drugs and weapons are stored. What does it mean to get this much fentanyl off the streets?
So it means a number of lives.
% of counterfeit street drugs across the United States are laced with fentanyl. Most of it crosses the border through ports in Arizona and California. Mexican cartels control the drug pipeline, and they still heavily rely on China and India for their raw supply. But they're growing more sophisticated, enough to press their own fentanyl pills.
All counterfeit, right? Counterfeit to resemble Oxycontin pills, the M30s. That's kind of what that manufacturing looks like from a counterfeit perspective. So every one of these pills could potentially be a death on the street by themselves.
But Flores says no matter what is being taken off the streets, when it comes to our children, education is key.
That they had no idea it could contain fentanyl. Right? If we can't curb that by seizing this at the border. Right? This is one part of the solution. The other part of the solution is education. being involved, understanding the threat, and educating their children on the potential, right, threat that this is to them.
Education is key. In this conversation, it is just beginning. It's not over yet. I'll have more for you coming up early next week. In fact, we would like to invite you to join us for a life-saving special report geared towards parents, guardians, and grandparents. Speaking of education, that's what this is all about. It is titled Saving a Generation. It is a 1-hour special report that will air nationwide on the deadly dangers of fentanyl. I will co-host the special from Southern California with an anchor from our sister station in Austin, Texas. It will air this Monday at 9 p.m. right here on CBS 47.